Hello, YouTube. It's the Bronxite Maiden. And I just wanted to talk about this interview that Chilli did about black women dating outside their race. And I was actually surprised that it went viral or it just caused a big debate or was controversial just because I feel like this is something that a lot of black women have talked about. I think a few years ago, I can't remember, but it was a black actress who said the same thing that black women should start dating out. And although I do agree that a lot of black women do at times just settle, well, most black women are attracted to black men, myself included. And I do believe that because of that, our eyes are only on black men and we don't want to look anywhere else because it's like, why look anywhere else when we have, the beautiful black men in our fingertips, even though, a lot of them don't think the same thing when it comes to us. But although I do somewhat agree, I think what I want to talk about is why are black people so obsessed with interracial dating? I feel like it's usually black women or black men, the ones that are talking about interracial dating. And when I look at and I don't really like doing this, like comparing other races of people to us, just because I feel like we have a unique experience. But it's like when I'm around other groups of people, I don't hear them talk about interracial dating. Most people of other races, it's normal for them to be with the people in their race, and it's not something that they have to defend or explain. It's like, I mean, if I'm Hispanic, obviously I'm gonna be with a Hispanic woman. If I'm Asian, I'm obviously gonna be with an Asian woman. If I'm white, I'm obviously gonna be with a white woman. It's just obvious. Don't get me wrong, there are people in those groups who do date out, but it's not this thing where it's always talked about. But with the black community, it's like always talked about, and it's even to the point where we are a lot of times surprised when we see a black couple, specifically, a black couple. I'm not talking about like a black man with a biracial woman. I'm talking about a black couple. And myself included, I'd be like, oh, wait, they both black? Oh, shoot. And that's not something that I should be thinking, but that just shows what kind of situation we're in. And going back to what I said, although I do agree with her, simply because, and this is myself included, I'm being a hypocrite saying this because I'm the same black woman who'll be like, no, I don't want to date outside my race. I want to be with black men. I want to have black children. And, hopefully, God willing, that does happen for me. But I do sometimes do think about it and be like, well, what if I don't end up finding the black men of my dreams? Am I just gonna die alone? Like, I don't want to die alone. I do want children. I do want to get married one day. I don't want to die alone. And it reminds me of a time when I was talking to my best friend. Shout out to Muslima because I know she's listening right now. But I remember I was talking to my best friend once and we were just talking about like, and I think I said a question like, oh, Moose, what if we don't find the black men of our dreams? Like, what are we going to do? And she told me, she was like, well, then I'm just going to die alone. And when she said that, I thought she was joking. So I had to look at her and be like, bitch, you crazy. And she was like, no, I'm dead ass. I'll just die alone. And my friend, by the way, is beautiful. Like, beautiful brown skin, beautiful long natural hair. She's a dime. So when she said that, I was like, bitch, are you crazy? I'm not going to die alone. I don't want to die alone. Like, that scares me. And that's a lot of the thinking that most black women have, that we would rather die alone than to date outside our race. And that's not something that I agree with. Like, I feel like first of all, there's more black women in the population than there is black men. So it's unrealistic to believe that every black woman is going to get a black man. That's just not going to happen unless we, do polygamy. And even that's not even going to work because with polygamy, the man has to be able to take care of the household. So say, for example, you have like 3 women with 1 man. That man has to make sure that he's able to take care of all 3 of that woman. And I don't think every black man is willing to take care of like But one woman is hard enough to take care of. And you talking about taking care of 3 women, like that's too much. So it's unrealistic to believe that every black woman is going to be with every black man and vice versa. Not every black man is going to be with every black woman. But since I'm talking about black women today, I'm going to focus on that. So I do believe that I'm not really going to tell black women what to do, but I do feel like a lot of times we are closed-minded, and I understand why, because a lot of times when it comes to black women, we're more fetishized than anything. So I understand why most of us would be kind of like, I don't know if I want to be with a white man. What if his family doesn't, accept me? And the same thing with Asian or Hispanic. I don't really know about that. But Arabic, it's understandable why, but it's also something that's like, you don't want to die alone. And a lot of black women are willing to do that if they don't find their prince. But also, in another note, the fact that, no offense, but the fact that Chilli is giving dating advice, like Chilli's 47 and never been married. And not saying that is anything wrong with that, but I don't really want to take dating advice from you. Sorry. But I just want to know what you guys think. Like, do you agree with her? Do you disagree? Are you for interracial relationships? Are you against interracial relationships? Just to let me know what you think. All right, bye.